Monday to record this. Oh, she probably does for real. Oops, sorry. Um, all right, guys. Happy Monday. It's good to see you, Caitlin. All right, so it is the 19th. I mean, I could talk about my own personal business, but I'm here for you. Or not. I mean, we can get off of here. Ain't point of wasting my time.
I'll talk. What are we talking about? Like where we are, or
This ain't your first Monday meetup, boo.
is
You know. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's the 19th, and I'm not gonna say I have strong legs, but I do have, legs, DTs, and it seems like when everything's going good, it's good, and then people hit that season where like everybody go through something, and I get it. So it just seemed like everything is just falling apart, and I just be thinking to myself like, is this how my upline felt or feel um about me, when life happens and you want to stop or whatever. I'm like, wow, because it's like pulling teeth, but I dare not stop because I'm just in a season where my blessings, my overflow, everything is right there. And God just saying, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. So I'm like, I'm gonna keep who I have and who want to work, but no, Tanisha, I'm gonna get out there and I'm gonna find those strong legs. I'm gonna find those women, even men, who want to make money, who love God, like who say, I don't know if it was on a Black Excellence or whatever, but if you want to make $40, look, you can go to McDonald's or somewhere and do that. Like, no, I'm trying to change lives. So if you don't want your life changed, um, then I don't know. I'm gonna encourage you to keep going, but like, I don't know. I can't babysit. I gotta keep going. So I don't know. And it's crazy because I was just in an accident like Saturday, like car is total, like I am all banged up, bruised up. And like my faith hasn't wavered. Like I'm not depressed. Like I don't care about the car. Like I have life. I have another day, another chance to get it right and to thank God. So it's all in his hands. And I'm just gonna keep pushing. I don't know who that's for, but I'm keep pushing, keep swimming. Like I know it's rough, like, but whomever, but I'm telling you, God's timing is everything. And I trust him. I trust his word. So I'm here. I'm showing up. I'm doing the work, and I'm just gonna keep applying myself.
Yes. To answer your question, yes. But what separates the successful from the non-successful is my team's, how do I say this? My team does not necessarily dictate my business. They do, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? So ultimately, if they don't decide that they're going to keep going or push through, that's not on me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do anything about that. If I've connected with them enough, I can pull them out, but sometimes it's not for me to pull them out. And if my voice is not that loud for them, they're not going to they're not going to come through. And at the end of the day, I need somebody. We were just talking about this morning. I need you to be intrinsically motivated meaning that it's inside you that you want to be successful, not because you are motivated because the team killing it or because she went diamond or because she did that. So now I want to do this. If that's the case, you are a literal puppet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's you do things because you see other people do them, not because you want to do them. And so, yes, it is. But at a certain point, you come to a place where you decide that you're gonna get down regardless. Okay. Like, it's the person. I don't even know why my brain be going to these places, but it's okay. Maybe it's because it's for you to always remember it. Okay. So Brianna and I used to like to go to the casino. We don't, we're delivered. Thank you, Jesus. We still like it. We would go, and there are people that you would see at the casino by themselves. Okay, they are intrinsically motivated. We would bump into people and it'd be like, bro, like you here with friends? Like, was this an after dinner thing, or it was just like they just went to the casino because they like to go to the casino? They have an intrinsic motivation to get to the slots or get to the table. Nobody has to say, hey, let's go to the casino. They going to the casino regardless. And that has to be you when it comes to your business. I know that was like left field, but hopefully it hit. Like, it should hit different. That you gotta go. Have you ever seen people in the club by themselves? It just be like, bro, where your friends? Where are your friends at? Like, I'm confused. Like, you here by yourself, but they'd be like, bro, I was going to the club regardless because I'm gonna kick it. Like, be on the dance floor by themselves and everything. Like, I know friends at the club. Like, I will meet some friends there. Okay, like you have to have that inner desire to be successful, regardless. Like, I'm going to the casino, whether you going or not, because I'm finna get these coins and I'm gonna be rich tonight. I'm going to the club tonight, regardless, because I'm going to turn up and have a great time. Like, I'm gonna get my dance on and burn a few calories and have a drink. Okay. It has to be the same type of inner, y'all don't remember that forever. Okay, for real. I'm serious. But we are grateful that you're still here and that just praying for a speedily healing. That was good. Yeah, it's yeah, that's real. And so when do you get to that certain point where you want to succeed, because you want to succeed? Because here's my thing: take away everything that you see every single day. Like, let's just say the social media stuff wasn't a thing, because it wasn't back in the day. Would you still work your business? Would you still get up and be motivated to succeed? Would you still want to go diamond? What is your inner desire to be successful? And if you don't have one, that may be why you're not really moving the way you want to move. You always got to hop on and be inspired by somebody. Like, you itching for inspiration. When do you switch over to being the inspiration? Because until you start being the inspiration, you'll never inspire somebody to join you. That's good.
That's so good. So I think about even my journey, because at the beginning I wasn't intrinsically motivated. Like, at the beginning, like, it was like like my executive and Ruby promotion was literally for my uplines. It was not for me. Like, when I first went executive and went Ruby. And so my work ethic was different when it wasn't about me and about just me wanting to succeed, me wanting to promote, me having that inner hunger. And so when I switched over and I was on my diamond run, like, you couldn't tell me I wasn't going diamond. I don't care what nobody was doing. Like, and there was people that I hung around and we was all in the same boat, but it didn't even matter what they was doing. I was like, all right, y'all want to go? Peace out. I'll holler at y'all on the next round, but I'm going to do what it is that I have to do to get where it is that I desire to be. But it wasn't until I wanted it. Like, I wanted it for me. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired for real. Like, it wasn't just something that I'm saying because everybody else is saying, like, oh, it's not because there's a promotion on the table or bonuses on the table or this person's going diamond or it's the season to go diamond. Like, it was none of that. It was like, I'm going diamond. Like, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of not being successful or what I see as successful. And so I'm about to change it. And so it's literally that internal hunger, that internal push, that internal drive. So as much as we want our teams to win, we have to want to win for ourselves to even show them how to win. So yeah, you just gotta, like, I don't know what it is for you. And I know my pastor, he preached yesterday on finishing strong and how it's one thing to start, but it's another thing to finish. And the way that you finish strong is having a vision. So having a vision of what it is that you want, like ET was saying, like, don't even think about the practice. Like, think about what it is that you're doing this for. Like, think about, like, you don't even want to go to the league. Like, you want to take care of your mama. So what is it that you want to do with this business? Think about that. And then knowing that God equipped you, like, you have everything in you that you need to do whatever it is that he called you to. You're already equipped, and knowing that he equipped you is the way that the two things that you hold on to finish strong. So yes.
I can share something really quick before I have to go. I gotta go outside and drop off some wraps today. Anyway, two things I was thinking about, and the first thing was it kind of goes back to what Rachel was saying. Well, it wasn't exactly what she was saying, but we have so many amazing like resources on this team where it can be like, where it becomes like our coach, and we don't. But something that was said yesterday from our pastor is everybody is a sheep and a shepherd. And really recognizing those moments when I'm called to be. So like right now in this, like when I'm in the midst of Rachel, right? If I'm on a leadership Zoom, she's my shepherd. She shepherds that space. And I put myself in a space to be able to be taken care of and led. But then also when I break from her, everything that I'm getting from her, from the resources and the tools that I'm now called to be a shepherd. And I was just thinking about, results from the week and everything, and saying, have we recognized those moments where I'm supposed to be shepherd? And am I supposed to be sheep? And am I fully in tune with being a sheep? Because if I'm fully in tune in those moments where I'm supposed to be a sheep, when it's time to be shepherd, I can remember everything that my shepherd said to me and my shepherd told to me, but also understanding the responsibility behind it. So everybody here, and again, this is from a message yesterday, everybody here is both a shepherd and sheep. So right now we're sheep. We're sheep right now in this moment. But then when we leave from here, everything that was fed to us as sheep is now time to go be shepherd. And so like all of our tools and stuff that we have will cause our people to be scattered, because that's what the Bible says, right? That if you don't have the sheep, it'll be scattered. If we and I'm gonna say then you can include yourself if you want to. If I use everything that's available for me as a crutch instead of support. So the newbie cheat sheet it supports my coaching in a major way. Launchpad supports my coaching. Yes, I do it and I duplicate it so I don't have to create new things, but really recognizing, okay, this is a sheep moment for all of us, right? But when we leave here, we're expected to then go, like, who am I going to go shepherd as a result of everything that I've gotten from this space? And so if you come to this space, if I come to this space Monday after Monday, and I don't take the sheep space to go shepherd, then it doesn't mean anything. It's selfish. And then the second thing, and then I'll be done, is not letting last month's or this month's or any time victories, whether it's victory in that you had last month, or maybe you're into some extra money or anything, right? Not letting your current victories cloud your future success. And so sometimes when we live in like current victories, there's like this cloud over your eyes where you can't really see clear with the vision that you had. And so victories are not designed to cloud the vision forward. Victories are designed as faith measures. It's like, okay, glory to glory type of thing. Like, okay, if God got me from there to there, he can get me from there to there. But if I only see the victory in this moment, he won't be able to get me to the next one. And so asking ourselves the question, did March victory get me so hyped up that I'm trying to coast? Or did, I don't know, maybe you got extra money this month from your government or wherever, or raising your check, and then like, because, and it's being able to say, how can I take this feeling that I have having more or winning to create a greater thing? You know what I mean? And so those are the two things on my mind, that we're all sheep and we're all shepherds. And we're not going to let the victories that we've had or that we're having cloud the bigger victories. So I'm going to do some face-to-face action and drop off my wraps and a couple samples with my mask on.
Yeah, so I'll share something that I've actually been dealing with. So it was really good that Black Excellence Zoom last week because I've been dealing with promotion fatigue and I didn't promote. So you could have promotion fatigue and it not even be your promotion because you didn't own somebody else's promotion as if it was yours. And so yeah, man, I've been dealing with this thing of creating. So God has been taking me through this journey of creating fire ever since I did this Elijah Bible study with Gigi. So if y'all ain't been tapping into Gigi's, y'all need to tap into Gigi's. But look, for real. So man, one thing that I can say is because I've dealt with different types of promotion fatigue. So like when I promoted to Diamond, I had promotion fatigue because like I did it all. Like I did it all. So the next month I didn't want to talk about a cleanse, a wrap, nothing. Like the next day, it was like the first and it wasn't my Sabbath, but like I straight took a Sabbath because I did too much the month before. And then when I went double, it looked completely different. And I promoted early and I didn't have promotion fatigue the month I promoted, but the month after, because I didn't continue to look forward and move forward, I had promotion fatigue the month after. And so this time.
Oh, I wouldn't even call that promotion fatigue.
What? Oh.
But you would call that promotion fatigue?
Well, I don't know. I didn't move forward. So it was kind of like a validation. So they changed the rules, and so you had to validate your bonus. And so I felt like I don't know what I would call it because I didn't transition from actually promoting to like just being and moving forward. So
let's don't skip over that. Like talk about that.
I don't know. Like when I went double, like I couldn't grasp the fact that I went double. Like it was like I couldn't believe it. And so it was like I was more, I guess, in a state like Keisha was saying, like just more in a clouded like victory place. And it was just like really cloudy and like I didn't get a handle on it and like really move forward. It was like I'm here and I want to make sure that I stay here. And so it was like a place of going back into lack or just I don't know, I don't know. But yeah, I didn't move forward. And so it was like I was trying to live off of what I did the month prior. And I don't know that whole time it was just really weird. And so now I'm in a place of getting back, but what I've realized is that my business does not sustain without me doing the most or like overcompensating. And so just in a place of recognizing that and realizing that and changing it. And so it is taking it to the pivot in that way.
So you got comments. I don't know if you paying attention to the comments, but you got comments. So people are asking, so like complacency or what from here maybe. So kind of looking at it as
it might have been a what from here because I never thought that I could get to double. I don't necessarily know that it was complacency because I wasn't
if you don't keep moving forward, you will go backwards. And I think a lot of people don't understand that when it comes to this business, because you think just because you did something, like you get to live off the cloud for the rest of your life. Like it does not work like that. Like we work different, but we work, and yes, work is easier when everybody is working. But at the end of the day, even when everybody is working, that does not take away from you doing your 6 and 3.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you still have to do your 6 and 3, even if your team is working. But if your team is working, that 6 and 3 compounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's like, ooh, we killing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the 6 and 3 is duplicating. It's giving me better results than it would if just I were completing 6 and 3. And so how do you get through the discouragement of I'm the only 6 and 3er, or I'm not even a real 6 and 3er? Like, I don't do the bare minimum. And I think that most people do not complete their steps because they're too consumed in social media, like the staring, the scrolling, the thinking, even your mental. More people think about what they want to do and then execute what you want to do. For example, what's for dinner? What's for exactly? Most don't even know, right? You gonna spend so much time trying to figure out what's for dinner, like wasting time. Like, you're straight wasting. And then that's how people make bad decisions, because you done thought about it for like you not concrete in your thoughts. Now you done, how much time you waste figuring out dinner? Y'all know how much time do you waste figuring out dinner every day? Like, we don't have to eat every day. You say, like, every day. Like, just who cares what's for dinner? Just cook what's in there. Like, go in there and just make some. Instead of being like, well, maybe I should make. Now I'm on Pinterest. Oh, that recipe looks good. Like, you wasting like what should I post today? Oh, what did she post today? How's her engagement? How many likes does she have? Oh, let me go over to this person's page. What did she post? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much wasted time and space because of our thinking. And this is where collaboration and connection is so important, because many of y'all think too much because you feel like you're a burden to your upline, instead of just allowing your upline to help you think, which is their job. It's literally their job to help you think and process and help your brain grow so you can see things from their perspective. Like, for real. It's just their job. So if you're struggling with small things like what to post every day, it's getting down to just a simplicity of a pattern. You get what I'm saying? So I'm kind of going back, Brittany, to when you went double diamond. I don't think that it was necessarily promotion fatigue. It was the realization that you didn't have a squad.
Yep.
And when you finally realize it, because you should have been looking at it the month before and just being honest about where you are. But a lot of times people feel exhausted when they do something without a squad. And when you do something without a squad and it's slapped in your face, that you shouldn't even be slapped in the face, but that's when not being honest about your current situation. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, when you can be honest about your current situation and say, okay, I want this crew. They're growing, but they're not where I need them to be in order to thrive at this space. And so for me to do this, I'm going to have to pivot and focus over here and help this new person go executive. And they'd be like, this executive is not enough to make my business thrive. And you psych yourself out because you feel like you have to have a new diamond. You have to have a new emerald. Like, no, bro, you need a new 400 box. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need a new person who can bring in their own 500, like, for real. And we minimize the most simplest things that can change our business. If you have one person who can bring in 500 in volume solid, like, they are a winner.
Yep.
Like, that is the biggest win in life. Like, when I see people do that, I be like, yes. Because especially with this newbie cheat sheet to teach them how to sign packs. They sign 4 packs and place an order for themselves. Guess what? It's on and popping. And then you can teach other stuff. So I think it was good. Go ahead.
Yep, that's what I was getting to. So yep, just realizing and actually finally being honest and realizing that I just don't have a squad. And so just being in the midst of, go ahead.
I'm sorry, what does that mean? Because I think people might take that literally like, y'all dead to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't.
Yes, no, not saying that. I haven't.
People might be offended, like, dang, so you don't have.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. Not at all.
I'm not down for you. Like,
my squad, no, I love them, but we're not developed into the squad that we need to be a thriving double diamond team walking into triple. So I'm reading The Leader's Greatest Return and just realizing that I've created a lot of worker bees and I did not develop leaders. So I'm in the process of developing the squad that I have as I'm, going out and looking for my people and the rest of my tribe. So not saying I don't have a squad, but that we're not developed. And so that's what I've realized. And so when you don't actually pour in and develop your team, you get to a place to where you do feel like you have to overcompensate in order for your business to sustain, because you got to do everything. You haven't taught people, you haven't worked yourself out of a job, like John Maxwell says. So yeah.
All right, so let me tell y'all, in real life, if you were in the room with me, I know what y'all e-suites look like. So I would start calling your names. Like I'm being, ask the people who've been in the room with me. Like, if you're gonna come to this circle, like like you're not here to be a fly. Like, we're here to truly, like, I'm looking like, or if not, you'd be like, hey, I'm at work, I can't really talk. So just putting it in the chat and saying it so that it's no level of expectation for you in this moment. Just saying, hey, I'm just listening in because I'm at work. So we can know. But like, I wouldn't let you do this. I'm just, y'all be like, Rachel, off the chain. I really am. And it's time to turn the heat off, the heat all the way up. Like, it's time. Because y'all looking at your volume, you're looking at your enrollments, like, open your mouth and let's get to it. Like, let's go. Like, it's Monday. Let's go.
Hello. Okay, I'm gonna be transparent for Rachel Reed me, but no, just just going through with. I was thinking today, and I was like, wow, maybe it's something that, because a lot of times we can look at our team, but with it being so many different, if it was just like one or two people, then I can be like, okay, it's them. But with it being so many different people struggling, I feel like it's something that I need to do. And pretty much like Rachel was saying, just the overthinking part, like I overthink a lot. Like, I think about doing a lot of stuff and then it's like, oh, squirrel, and then I'm over there. So a lot of the times it's the overthinking with me. And so that's just what I struggle with. I overthink a lot, and going into the day, like I'm very productive on calendar and mind, boom, boom, boom. But when it comes down to it, it's the overthinking, like, well, maybe I shouldn't say this, or maybe I shouldn't do this, or when all I do have to do is reach out to my upline because they get on to me for that. So, and that's mainly, don't think about it, just do it. So that's my process right now. And I'm not, I didn't just promote just so much, to where I'm clouded right now. It's just the one with knowing how to come to people. That's my main struggle, which I shouldn't struggle with it because I do have people to help me with it. But it's just the coming to people, and it's like, you can go get new people, but if you don't change something about yourself, it don't matter how many new people you get. If it's something within yourself, you're going to continue to have the same problem. So just working on what I need to change, because sometimes it's not the people, it's you. But okay, that's all I got to say.
I like it, it's always you. So that's what we always want to take for ourselves. It's always me. It's always me. But it's always me is not an excuse to not be productive. So you keep going and swimming, because we talked about this last month, the enrollments. Like, I don't enroll because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a hot mess. Like, you don't get, Brittany talked about that. Like, you don't get to choose that. Like, you don't get to choose that. You have to just enroll, like, you just keep enrolling them, and eventually it's just gonna work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be, this business gives us so much uncertainty, but the ability to be in control. That sounds so like oxymoron. Like, this is like, one thing is not like the other, like, or whatever. Like, it doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it does. It comes together. It comes together. And so, have you ever done a 6 list? Are you blue? What's your colors?
I am red and green.
We might need you to retake that test. Because you sound blue, like you sound blue is that thing. Like, I think red would be nice, but you sound
well, red and green make blue.
Because I'm red green. But you might need. You've never done a 6 list? Okay, so
No, ma'am.
I'm not a 6 list person, and maybe somebody who like thrives on a 6 list can unmute and talk about it. But you should start doing 6 things that you need to get done for your business, like the night before the day, 6 things that you are going to get done for your business. And so when y'all hopped on here, I set the intentions for this power hour today. But and for a while I was teaching this. And I guess everybody got away from it, but I still do it. When I hop on a workspace, when I come to a meeting, there is an intention for me being there, right? So if I'm hopping on a power hour, there is stuff that I need to get done before I get off this power hour. I'm intentional. And so the 6 list would be like your intentions for your day. So before I go into this day, this is my intentions. My intentions is to, I don't know, maybe sign 5 loyal customers by getting up 20 host to posts and sending 200 follow-up messages. Like, that's over the top. But like, it could be something as simple as eSuite enrollment from me, a 10 host to post put up, checking in with my declines, or emailing my declines, or texting my declines, checking in and touching base individually with everyone on my chart. Whatever it is that it is for you, based on, and your intentions are always set towards what? Your monthly goal. What is your monthly goal? And so it should all go together to keep your eyes set on where you're going. Do y'all get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if people are not replying, go and roll a new distributor. That's the whole point of the 10 host to post. That's the whole point of, and if they decide to wake up, awesome. You know what I'm saying? But if not, you're still working on what? 6 and 3. That's your ultimate thing. So don't beat yourself up, but become intentional about what it is that you're doing and actually move forward so you can start getting progress. Because when you start getting progress, you'll feel better about what you're doing. If you don't get any progress, that's when people feel overwhelmed and like, what in the world am I doing? And then what do you see as progress? That's another thing. We talked about, like, what's your wins? What do you consider to be a win? When we did a tips from the top for me, it's on my page. We did a tips from the top, and people were asking, somebody asked, what does winning look like for Rachel? Yo, my level of winning is on a whole nother level. Okay. Cause I'm grateful. So God woke me up this morning. I won. Okay. I'm already winning. Talking about win the day, I can open up my mouth and talk. You know what I'm saying? And when you walk with a heart of gratitude, you move different throughout your day. Oh my God, my newbie texted me before I had to text them. That's a win. Oh my God, my newbie is posting. She done found some slides and added to her story. That's a win. I got 1 like and comment on my post today. Praise the Lord. Somebody sees me. That's a win. Like, you have to, your cup has to be half full at all times. It has to, but that starts with how you start your day. And how I start my day is imperative. I feed myself before I allow. I feed myself. I do not just eat whatever's out there. And that's what most people do. When you hop on social media, when you hop into something without, if you hop on social media, you never know what you're going to get. Let's just be honest. And subconsciously, it's filling your cup. And so I make sure I know what my cup is filled with before I start my day. Like, I'm filling my cup. You're not filling my cup. I'm not leaving my cup up to chance. And a lot of people leave their cup up to chance too. So that could be another thing.
I'll go. It's so funny she said red green, because I was sitting here like, that's one of my things. Like, I'm ready. And so I'm literally sitting like, I just need to get it done. Like I told Tiffany yesterday, we was laughing because I'm like, I just need to enroll 30 customers right today. Like I just need to do it. And then the other part of me sitting here looking at this chart, like, okay, Jesus, trying to analyze everything. So it's like, I'm literally trying to balance my red, green, and like not letting one take over. But it's just like, all right, it's the 19th, like, and I'm still reaching out, you know, to my downline and, you know, like, hey, I'm here, like, let's work, you know. But then again, it's just like crickets. So it's like, yeah, I don't know.
So personally, and I mean, I think there's no right or wrong answer to this. I think this is kind of from a red green to a red green. You have to accept certain stuff, right? So for me personally, and it's something Brianna and I talk about all the time, and maybe he'll step away and share with you guys. You'll get a little treat today. When I allow my red to take over, I get results, but I have to be okay with sustaining, which if I'm going to be okay with sustaining, that means I am taking responsibility, right? So for example, somebody who decides to fill a box. When I fill a box, I am filling the box with the responsibility to focus and replace it. You get what I'm saying? So if I say, well, God, you blessed me with the bodies. Okay, Lord, thank you, Jesus. I'm about to sign this volume. What am I going to do? I'm getting up 10 to 15 host to posts a day, like bare minimum. I'm doing my nine or eight product host to post and then 2 partnered up. So I can be in a constant flow of loyal customers coming into my organization or tapping into other networks, or one thing leads to another. If I'm accepting that, then I'm going to accept the responsibility for it. You get what I'm saying? So there's certain places where you just have to, if you're going to allow your red to take over and just say, hey, God, thank you for the bodies, because these, you know, people ain't moving at the same sense of urgency that I am moving, then this is what I'm willing to accept the consequences of this, which means that next month I'm going to pull out a chart. And if I don't recruit, I'll have to do the same thing. But prayerfully, well, thank God it's residual volume. So I do have loyal customers who are going to order again. So I do have 2-3 months to replace this volume as I start to recruit people. But it's the understanding of, I don't really have a squad. And when I say squad, I don't have a group of people who have actually, let's do this. Because the real question is, has everybody went through and did this? Hold on, hold on. Let me pull this up. So I'm going to the team page. I'm going through the team page and I am pulling up, let's see if I can find it. I'm pulling up on the announcements tab of the squad. So when we switched over to from the team to the squad, there was reasons behind this. There's reasons behind everything, right? So hold on, let me pull it up. So all right, sorry guys. All right, so it is right here. Oh, Lord, I'm struggling. All right, so it says here, squad, it says a small group of people having a particular task. First of all, it says small, a small group of people having a particular task. It says, I think that's the biggest part. It's a small group of people. And so in all honesty, you know, this 97-3. So and your team is 100%, right? 97 of them are lackadaisical. They're here to get their lives together, and that's okay. We want them to get better, you know, like we want that. We desire that. People have changed their life from coming into this squad, like for real. But the 3% is who you're going to build with. The 3% is who you're going to build with. And so at the end of the day, it's just a part of the accepting and finding your 1%er, and when you find your 1%er, you just pray that they stay a 1%er and that they don't get discouraged. And that's by what? Doing it yourself, and continuing to show up. Because at the end of the day, like, I think this is what people don't realize, and this is what Brittany was saying earlier, is like, you are going to work regardless. Like, your work does not stop just because you have a team. Like, you are going to work regardless. And the real question is, if you're not working on yourself, that's why you keep getting the same type of people. I'm not saying that you're not, but I'm talking about in general. Like, some people, it's like, well, I want this different business. I want these different team. And it's like, yo, bro, let's look at your progress. Like, what's different about you? Why do you want something that you're not, And that's where Leandra talking about herself. But Robin, are you going to accept you have to decide. It's your decision. It's your decision.
And I think I know what I'm gonna do, but I think what's been happening is like, I don't want to be so red to the point where like it looks like I don't care, about their progress, because I do. Like, I still be touching, but it's like I can't sit here and watch you.
Why do you think that? Why do you think it'll look like that?
Because of like the conversations, like I know, they're why they want to do this and they want to do that, and it sounds great. Like, I'm like, yes, like, let me help, but you gotta help me help you.
But why would you think that it would look like you don't care? Where does that come from?
I don't know.
Thinking.
What's she
Thinking.
saying? Oh, thinking.
I
think that is that little piece that will block you from actually going and doing what needs to get done because of your perspective on the situation. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like, my success will always bless somebody else, period. So when I'm successful, I get to bless you. And when you decide that you want to bless other people, then we down to business. But until people realize that their job is to help bless other people, they ain't hip no way. You go up in this business by blessing other people, period.
Good morning, everyone. As she was saying, she said she don't want her red to take over. Well, I feel sometimes I'm learning to have grace on myself as well as having grace on my team. And Keisha has told me to reach out to those, even though I haven't enrolled them, even if they're placed under me, to reach out to them, as well. So I'm learning to reach out to them also. As you say, they're crickets. So now it's like I'm at a point where I'm learning myself, giving God the glory for everything that he's done and changing me in. But it's like everybody has some stuff. Everybody has things in life. Everybody has something that happened to them. I'm not trying to say that I don't care, but it's like, what you go do after this? Like, you told me what you wanted to do. I feel like I've been putting in a lot of work. I'm showing you, I give you the steps. I tell you to come to the show. Not the shows, but come to the meetings. So you will feel like you're not by yourself. Everyone's there. You can ask questions. If you can't ask me, then you can ask them. Like, I'm giving you these things, but you're not using them. So I'm like, well, all right, I'm gonna still keep reaching out to you. And when you feel like that you're ready to do it, then you are. So now I'm working on sharing my story and bringing in a new team. Bringing in more people to help. I've helped other people so far, even though it was a little check or whatever, I still helped them, and I let them know. I said, well, yeah, that's some work. We could do it together, and then we can become bigger and build more. So I'm working on sharing my story and bringing in more people, the people that tell me that they want to change their life or that they're ready to just do more, have extra money, and just doing better for their children.
Seems like there's a lot of thinkers on this team. That's what it sounds like, because I almost can hear you like analyzing how you can get new business partners in, and what you're thinking right now is sharing your story. You feel like there is a missing component as to why you're not that's just what I'm hearing. It's like, well, if I share my story, maybe I can sign more business partners. Like, did you sign all those other people from sharing your story? If not, then like, yes, you will share your story. That's an evolution of your business, but that's not you get what I'm saying? Like, that's not the missing piece from you being successful. A lot of times the missing piece is the release and the new position. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, if I'm looking at this my chart and I'm saying, all right, bet, waking up this morning, no feelings. We're talking about just straight up business. If I ain't looking at my chart and I see I got you in a ruby spot. You don't even have an auto ship set up. Boo, you gotta go. Like, and so it might just be, if I want to be honest, and I want to be nice, I'm gonna say, hey, Sierra, did you plan on setting up and running an auto shipment this month, because you're my Ruby, and my Ruby cannot not have auto shipment set up. Like, I can't have you in that position and you're not willing to run an auto shipment. And some of y'all are afraid to say that, but if it was your job, you would say it. And so when you need to start looking at this business as an actual job and be like, all right, well, if you want this position, this is what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Like, get out your feelings and say, this is what it looks like. And so looking at it and be like, all right, no, I'm gonna set the auto shipment. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna invest in this business. All right, cool, bet. So now we can move forward, and I can look, and you get what I'm saying? Like, it's such lack of clarity because of the uncertain, because you're afraid to say certain stuff, because you know why well, I can't say that. I'm gonna just let y'all, because to each his own, right? Because everybody has their own person and why you do what you do. But what I've seen is a lot of people are not willing to do that because you are so engulfed in the scroll. Like, sometimes it's good to check in and see how people are doing, but sometimes it's good to make them tell you. I'm not going to assume just because your cousin died that you can't work a business. I'm not assuming that. You don't see a job out here checking people's social to see if they're coming in today. And if you can post it on social media, boo, you can come into work. Like, that's just real. You ain't that down and out, because if you that down and out, you'd be ghost. And I'm not saying that to be insensitive. People be out here posting selfies and they finna go into surgery. Like, bruh, you could work your business, okay? And I'm not being funny. I'm being like literal here. This is being literally, like, I'm speaking in literal terms. But when you start seeing that, oh, she going into surgery, let me fall back a little bit, it's subconsciously it happens. No, boo, she posted a picture. Hey, girl, what's up? You say, how's it going today? Did you get any hosts to post up? Because if you could post about you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say that, but if she's posting, she's actively posting, why am I not assuming that our business is open? So when you go and see and check up on people, and now you're starting to feel sympathetic about their life, when you don't understand that you are the solution. You are the solution. Like, you and what you have to give is the solution. They just have to be willing to give it. And so if you remove social media and just connect with the person to connect with the person, then you may be able to truly be able to help them. But when you start to make up stuff in your mind, you're going to your team with clouded thinking. Do y'all get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you were saying on that point, because I'm learning to say the things that need to be said without putting thought behind it and too much emotion.
Yeah, if you know that where you're coming from is good intentions, like your heart is good, you literally just coming from a place that you want them to succeed, you don't have any feelings about telling people what they need to do to actually win. Because when you think about it, you told them that you were going to help them make money. So you have to stand true on that. You have to be a woman or man of your word. And that comes with telling them the things that need to be done and coaching them through those situations. So a lot of people, they think that that's okay to have an excuse, or it's okay. Like, for instance, I was helping somebody when they said one of their distributors was on a vacation or something, and said they couldn't work their business because they was on vacation. No, she might literally think that she can't, because a regular job, yeah, you do have to call off or call in to go on vacation, but this isn't the same thing. And so just helping them switch switch that perception is employee versus entrepreneur. And a lot of people haven't been an entrepreneur. So you have to be okay with even saying the hard stuff and teaching them how to be an entrepreneur. So like just coaching them through those types of moments. And I know I used to have a hard time saying the hard things, but it's like, you can't be mad if you're beating around the bush and people walk around the bush because you leading them around the bush, and you mad that they won't walk through the bush, but you created a path for them to go around the bush. And so it's like, you have to be okay with saying the what needs to be said and saying the quote unquote hard things, because if they're not winning, like a lot of us, we don't want to push them too hard to where they quit. Well, guess what? They're going to quit anyway if they're not making no money. So if you ain't telling them what they need to hear in order for them to win, like, they're going to leave anyway. So you might as well at least say what needs to be said, have it sting or whatever for a little bit for them, but they will love you once they win because you said what you were supposed to say. So I give y'all permission to coach, coach people.
Coach and be coached, because I think a lot of people run from being coached. And if you're never coached, you don't know how to coach. That's the thing. If you never are coached, you never know how to coach. And it goes back to what Keisha was saying in the beginning about having a flock and knowing when to come in, like this space. And this is, I just, because my girl Brittany, okay? So I know, I think I know. Okay, I be acting like I know. And she always don't correct me, so I'm gonna keep doing it. So, when she comes into this space, she has to be reminded that she has so much to give, but she's here to get. Like, you're here to get, like, literally, like, everybody is on here with their ambassador diamond mentor. And I'm not saying I can't learn, because baby, I'm always learning. Y'all teach me a lot, but you are literally here to get. And so if you get into this mindset, well, I'm only supposed to get on here to give, then you don't grow. And when you don't grow, guess what? It hurts me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole point of this, is for us to figure out whatever it is that's going through your mind that's going to block you from having the best week of your life. Get it together, address it, look it in the face, and then actually get to where it is that you desire to go. Let's negate everything that is blocking you from being successful and going out and having the best week of your life. But a lot of times people come into this space, they don't want to be honest. They don't want to look, they want people to look at them a certain way, when 9 times out of 10, somebody's thinking the same thing you're thinking. That's why I appreciated Miss Amy so much. And I'm grateful, like, just thank God that she wasn't somebody who was ghetto and offensive. Like, I'm praise the Lord. But we know Miss Amy's character. But we were so grateful that she got on and shared her honest heart, because she's not the only one. Like, that's normal. And if our team did not do the work that we do, y'all would have probably said the same thing. Like, y'all would have said the same thing. We would have to shut down Black excellence. But praise God, we work on that. But everybody is not where we are. And so you cannot expect to come on here and be like, well, Rachel's been here 8 years and got all this juice. No, you got to come on and be like, Rachel been here 8 years and got all this juice. Now help me through this situation. Help me through. Have you ever seen this before? Have you ever dealt with this before? And if you have, then my God, give me what worked for you. And then maybe I can take it in and analyze and then use the pieces that are beneficial towards my business, because I want to be successful. Like, I really want to succeed. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you've been here 2 years. Boy, I've been here 8. Like, and been a top income earner for a long time and enrolled probably almost 1,000 people. Like, literally, in my time of being a distributor. I've dealt with a lot of people with a lot of different personalities, a lot of life, a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, dealt with some intense stuff. Okay. Like, for real, that's the whole point, for you to come on here and get what I have, get what you have.
Yeah, that's so good. I've been here 7 months. 7 months.
Yes, 7 months.
Yeah, and I've been doing the things.
Yes, you have.
I've been successes, but I just didn't have a team. Well, I had a team, and then everybody quit on me. So I think I got a little discouraged in that. So, but my dog Brittany, she'll tell me all the time, just keep pushing, Miss Jania. So I just keep pushing. So I'm seeing a lot of it was me. Procrastination, doubting myself, And I was going like, girl, you can do this. You can do this job. You can do this. You was 30 years on a job with people, and you dealt with people all day long. So I know you can do this. And you just doing it on your phone. So I've been moving this month. I've seen some changes in me, and I've seen some changes in the fact that I have got a couple of DTs, and I got some on the line. And I just told Brittany, we gonna do this thing. I'm going for it because I finally found out in myself that I can do this. And I think that was the part that I was missing, that I was thinking that you can't do this. I was down in myself. So I'm moving now. So
come on, Miss Yania.
I was listening to Pastor Todd yesterday, and my missing component, the Holy Spirit's been there, but my missing component was, Holy Spirit, come on and help me. And I was relying on him to do the things that he was supposed to do, that he's here to do. He is my comforter. And anything that I need, I just ask the Holy Spirit for it. So, girl, I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move. We finna do this thing, and we moving, and my procrastination this week is gone. It's the 19th. I told Brittany the Saturday, I said, it's the 19th, and I ain't got all my customers. I said, I know I got my customers by now, so I got to get my loyal customers. I got to get the rest of my DTs. I got to finish strong this month with finishing my steps. So that's my goal.
I'm talking about.
And I'm that yellow girl, that yellow red. So y'all, yeah.
Hey,
red.
oh, we need you to switch to red, yellow. Yellow, but you know what I'm saying? Yellows can be down if the person will push you. But if they don't switch, they'll lose their inner their intrinsic motivation. Yeah. Because a lot of times a yellow does not believe that their intrinsic motivation is important enough. So yes, it's so good.
If I could speak to that, like my secondary color is blue, I think. I'm gonna have to do it again, but I'm mainly yellow. And this past week, like I can't even say this past week, April, I have had a whole period of time in which I lost my motivation. And a lot of it I learned was because for me, I expect perfection from myself. And I think it's a lot of me being a gymnastics coach. I coach them, I expect perfection out of them. So I don't give myself grace, meaning like, and it's really bad for me. For example, if we're doing Monday morning meetup and we're supposed to send 100 messages and I send 90, I'm very hard on myself about that. Like, and I do it to myself and I don't express that to anybody else. So, for example, I'm supposed to do check-ins with Rachel, and then I created like this list. And I had like and this is me being completely vulnerable. I slacked on the list, y'all. And then she hit me a message like, hey, ain't heard from me, girl. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I immediately kind of like, oh, she knows. Like, that's how I feel. Like, that's me, how I feel. Like, okay, let me get myself together. So it's really like, and the person for me is Rachel can pull that out of me because as a yellow, I'm not a softie. Like, in all honesty, like I'm a softie, but I'm not a softie, if that makes sense. Like you have the moments in which you care about people, and like for how we're talking about, like you look at people's social media and you assume like their cousin died, but that doesn't mean like, or like you see those things and it makes you feel like, oh, well, they can't work their business. But the reality is we deal with things every day and we just choose to keep going. It's a choice. So are you going to choose to sit back and allow life to happen to you? And that's what I had to do. I had to allow myself 3 days to get myself together because I was strolling on social media and I wasn't working my business. I was looking for this and looking for that. And I was like, something is wrong here. Something is out of whack. I'm caring too much about what's happening. I was seeing that I wasn't motivated the way that I needed to get up and do what I needed to for my business. So you have to also, because you're an entrepreneur and you can work through all times, you have to know when you're wasting time and not actually working. So be okay with, okay, let me reset. Let me get myself together so I could do what I need to do, because the reality is I don't want to be here next year. I don't want to be in the same space. And if I don't do anything, I will be in the same exact place wishing that I had did A, B, and C. So yellows can be motivated. You just have to know. It's also that piece of, are you working? What are you reading? What are you doing to learn yourself? Are you journaling? Like, and figuring out what makes you tick and what is it that you need to do for yourself, because what it is that Christine needs to do may not be what another yellow needs to do. But because I also have like the competitor piece and all of those other pieces, it adds up a little differently when you do the square root and whatever. But no, so definitely making sure that you're doing the growth piece to make sure that you figure out what it is that you need to do to help yourself grow. And then once you figure it out, do it.
It's this question that Rachel would ask me every time we was on my one-to-one, or it'd be a question or it'd be a statement, but it'd be the same thing, and it just depends on the tone if it's a question or a statement. And I was like, what? It didn't never dawn on me, but she always would say or ask, are you not being honest about where you are? Or maybe it's because you're not being honest about where you truly are. And I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like, I really feel like I'm being honest about where I am, and it was just like going back to like, are you being honest about where you are in every aspect? So not just where you are personally, but even looking at my squad, not realizing that I did not have a squad like in behind me, or just like, are you not being honest about how much you've developed or how much your mind is growing, or are you being honest about your relationship with God or Jesus? Like are you being honest and accepting, like she said, accepting where you are? And it was like, I could never, like, I was just like, I really true, like I thought I was, but until you really step back and really look at it from the inside. So get out of the trenches. Like I couldn't see it because like I was down in the trenches, and she's like, you have to take a step back, and like really look at what you're dealing with from the outside. Like get out, get above water and look. And it wasn't until like I really took a step back and like really analyzed and looked at everything truly, I was like, oh, this is what she's talking about. Like, am I truly where it is that I think in my mind I am? So you can think that you're one place in your mind, but if you don't really take a step back and look at everything, you won't see it. And so it wasn't until just recently that I actually caught on to what she was asking me. But she would ask me every time, or she would say it or she would ask. And I was just like I don't know. So yeah, just really like you have to be honest about where you are and accept it so that you can really move forward, or do like Christine said, do what it is, or figure out what it is that you need to do to get to the next place.
That's so good. That's good. That's really good. I don't know that the self-reflection is it, and are you in a circle? It's going to talk about that, but I know we got some good stuff coming on your circle, but it's your circle. It's crazy. I just had this week of reading a book about some stuff for hypnobabies, and one thing it was saying is that a lot of times what happens is when somebody is uncertain, they will go to somebody who they believe, and they'll take on that person's belief on the matter. And if you're not surrounded by the right circle, you'll go to a person that'll send you off. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally, but you're going to take what they say because they're in your circle and because you've allowed them that space. So you literally could be sent off all the time. Like, could you imagine me talking to Breon all the time and he in left field, and because he's my husband and I've allowed him that space, I'm being sent off. And it's crazy. Just even yesterday, I was talking to my pastor and I was having a conversation with her about some stuff going on. And what kept ringing in my mind is, who are you talking to? Because if you don't have wise counsel, you're a hot mess. Like, for real, like, period. You're a hot mess, because I am literally open to the advice, to the coaching, to whatever that I'm getting from this person. And listen, sometimes if your enroller or your upline is a hot mess, like, you shouldn't be listening to them. And I hate to say that, but that's real. This is where discernment comes in. And if it's not in alignment with what the team does, if it's not in alignment with what the team is taught, if it's not in alignment with God's word, and it's trifling, then you shouldn't be listening to it. And that's me included. You know, my leaders always tell me, like, yo, if I ever stop preaching the word, like, y'all need to bounce. Like, y'all need to go, like, quickly. Like, they say it over and over again. And that's the real. If I lose my integrity, if I start doing things, having you do under the table, snaky stuff, like, then listen, I've been here too long. I ain't been here for 30 days. Like, you need to, you need a new leader, or you need to rise up and become your own leader, you know? And so this is where discernment and wisdom comes in. But go ahead, Jokel.
No, I was actually saying my pastor told me that a couple of days ago. And I was just basically, telling him about what was going on in my life and everything. And he asked me, he was like, "You're so scattered. Like, where is, he was basically saying how everything, everything around me is scattered because basically me. And it's kind of how I'm doing everything, how I'm going about everything. The people that's around me, it's playing a huge part in how I look at stuff. So that's been like my biggest battle right now. Trying to just find alignment, because like I literally every day I wake up, I'm feeling like I'm everywhere. So it's like I'm just that's kind of where I'm in right now. Even with my team, I feel like I'm a hot mess. So it's like I'm scared to kind of, because I can't lead nobody, and I don't know where I'm at. So like that's kind of like where I'm at right now. I don't know where to go from there.
I'm gonna offer some advice that we gonna get off here, but and maybe somebody else who knows they were scatterbrained, but God is delivering them just a little bit, can help out. But my advice is that you really look at your schedule, and so number one, your schedule, and then number two is your life, like, for real. And I know during becoming, I know I had suggested the journal, like a life journal, and I'm talking about like journaling everything that you do all day. Like, you may need to take a inventory of your day and what you're actually doing, because then you can change it. You cannot change what you don't really know, right? And so why are you scatterbrained? What do you listen to? Who do you talk to throughout the day? Like, if you have this down on paper, you could say, oh, I don't have alone time. Oh, I don't read my Bible. Oh, I read my Bible while listening to the radio. I don't know. I don't get up early. Oh, I talk to that person all day long. We text all day. Like, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I scroll on social media and then feel bad about my business because they doing this X, Y, and Z, or I don't know, they lost 10 pounds and I want to lose 15, but I ain't even lost 2. So your whole mindset is just like completely just all rumbled and jacked, So and then you go to your order of hierarchy. Is your order of hierarchy even in place? Is it you? Do you need to delete? Do you need to remove stuff from your house? Like, is your house clean? We've talked about this on a Monday meetup before. Your mind is an indicator. Your environment is an indicator of your mind. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it really is. So you might need to clean your house. Like you might need to wash your dishes. You might need to throw away some stuff, vacuum your floor. You may need to like get rid of clutter. Go throw some stuff away. Give it to the Goodwill. Like you're gonna have to do some real inventory and figure out what's going on, and then stick to your calendar along with your order of hierarchy. Anybody else?
I mean, I was scatterbrained at one point. I had sent Rachel a picture of my chart. This is when I was going diamond. She said, "Girl, if you ever that chart looking like that again." But no, journaling, like in general, will help you will help you with that, because you'll be able to see your thoughts on paper. You'll be able to see how all over the place you are. So just journaling, period, will help you with that. But then the calendar for sure. But I'll say, like, for real, the thing that helps is just journaling in just in general, so that you can see how all over the place you are.
Okay, so Jokel, hopefully you gotta start taking the steps, okay? Take the steps. Great at holding others accountable. Well, thank you so much. That was so kind. All right. Well, it's 11 o'clock, guys. We're gonna get off of here. Hopefully, y'all inboxes is juking. I'm looking at my phone. It is. Mine's is juking. Okay. Mine's is juking. Somebody don't get paid till Friday. Okay, I didn't mean to open that. I was just looking down to see if it was juking. It's juking. So hopefully y'all messages are popping, but it's something I do want to implement. So if you hop on a power hour and a diamond leader does not do this, you have permission to say, hey, let's set intentions. Like hop on and create the environment that you desire to see real results. Or hop on and you share your intentions before you hop in and be like, hey, this is what I'm working on. I just need this space for accountability. So no 3 to 5 today. That will be tomorrow. But we do have the opportunity Zoom at 7, and I'll see the diamonds at 8. So let's pray and get over here. Dear Heavenly Father God, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for another Monday. Thank you for another space and time. Thank you for those who have opened up and decided that they're coming to this space to get what they need in order to have the best week ever. And so, God, I'm praying just a double portion for those who opened up their mouths. Those who couldn't open their mouths, we pray for a double portion for them as well. And those who decided to just come and be in the space, be brave to come into the room, God, we're asking for a double portion for them as well. Everybody who couldn't attend today, God, we're asking that you cover them today. God, just be with this squad this week. Like, be with us, guide us, help us to level up our fire, to take things to the next level. Let us be people who are solution focused, always focusing on what can be done, not on what cannot be done, God, because that is just the kind of God that you are. And so we're going to believe what it is that you said to us, and we're going to walk by faith and not by sight. So God, I pray over those who are reloading. I pray and touch and agree with those who are promoting. God, I pray for those who desire to find a team. God, don't let them overthink it, God. Don't allow them to overthink it, God, but let them just move in action, and you'll just work it out along the way. And so, God, I even pray for connections between enrollers and their teams, or their teams and their upline, God, just that you strengthen that connection, God, that people would start to trust that they are on a winning team, trust that they are on a team with someone who desires to see them do well, and that they will not steer them in the wrong direction, God. Let there be more connection on this team. Let there be more communication. Let there be more winning. God, we just praise you and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right, y'all. Happy Monday.